Before I get into the video, I just want to say one thing. I'm actually a big Carmelo Anthony fan, and despite the title of this video, I am speaking out of honest truth and reality. So back to the topic. Carmelo Anthony is unwanted in the NBA, and here's why. In this video, you guys are gonna learn all about this topic, this title, and everything you guys need to know about the Carmelo Anthony situation. He previously just had a special interview on First Take with Stephen A. Smith, and it gave us a lot of answers to why Carmelo Anthony was silent, what his future potentially might look like, but most importantly, what Carmelo Anthony is thinking. So yeah, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. This video is why NBA teams do not want to sign Carmelo Anthony, or in other words, why Carmelo Anthony is unwanted. If you are new to the channel and love basketball, be sure to hit that subscribe button to not miss any of my upcoming videos just like this. Hey guys, I just want to say thank you so much for helping me reach my first milestone of 10,000 subscribers. So with that being done, I'm going to be giving away 2 copies of NBA 2K20, one of the regular edition and one of the Legends edition. All you guys have to do to join the contest is follow my Instagram account at easy.buckets, guys, where I'll be picking 2 of the winners a week before the release date, which is September 6th. I would really love you guys to be a part of my Instagram account, where I post up-to-date basketball highlights, news, and everything you guys need to know about the NBA. So if you guys have time, go follow my Instagram account and join the giveaway. So if somebody were to ask you guys who Carmelo Anthony is and what he brings to the game, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to say these things. He's one of the best scorers we've ever seen in the NBA. He's known for the jab step and mid-range. And lastly, he's a famous superstar that has never been to an NBA Finals, or in other words, been successful in the NBA playoffs. That is the sad truth of Carmelo Anthony, guys. And now at 35 years old, Carmelo Anthony's career seems to be coming to an end. That is also a reality, and Carmelo fans just as myself. But do I think his career is over? The answer to that is no. I think Carmelo Anthony still has a lot to bring to the NBA, and a team in the NBA should give him a chance. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about why Carmelo Anthony is unwanted and why NBA teams don't want him. I would say that in the past 2 seasons is when Carmelo Anthony's career became a questionable one. In other words, when he went from the Knicks to the Oklahoma City Thunder, that started this talk. The talk of Carmelo Anthony's career going downhill. When Carmelo Anthony joined the Thunder alongside Russell Westbrook and Paul George, we all said that the OKC would be a great team and a great competitive team in the Western Conference, but sadly, they got eliminated early in the 2018 NBA playoffs. While playing for the Thunder, he did not come off the bench. He actually started at that power forward spot, but in the interview with Stephen A. Smith, he said that he was actually the 4th option on offense. After Westbrook, Paul George, Steven Adams, and he was the 4th option. We began to see in OKC that Carmelo Anthony was becoming an inefficient player as he shot 31% field goal percentage from the 3-point line. Carmelo Anthony is known to be a mid-range shooter, and ever since the Golden State Warriors and Steph Curry changed the NBA to make it more of a 3-point shooting league, Carmelo Anthony tried adjusting his game and shot the 3 ball more often. But guys, not everybody is born to be a natural knockdown 3-point shooter like Kyle Korver, like Steph Curry, and Carmelo Anthony needs to realize that. We've seen it in his efficiency and percentage of 31%. So talking about statistic and numbers is one thing, so I gotta talk about Carmelo's season last year with the Houston Rockets. After the situation in OKC did not go well, Melo then signed a contract with the Houston Rockets, guys, and what's sad to say and the sad reality is he only played 10 games with the Rockets, averaging 13.4 points, 5.4 rebounds, 41% field goal percentage, 33% 3-point percentage, and 68% from the free throw line. If you guys look at these numbers scream inefficiency, and that's what Carmelo Anthony became to be. That is why after 10 games, the Rockets waived him, and till this day, Carmelo Anthony has not been on an NBA team. Even though Carmelo is a fan favorite, even though Melo's jerseys are sold all over the world, Melo is loved among NBA fans, he is still not an NBA team. And there's more to it than just statistics and stats. The next topic I want to talk about is attitude. But yeah guys, before I continue on with this list, I just want to give a quick shout out to the sponsors of this video.
This video is sponsored by SeatGeek. On this ticket app, you have access to cheap NBA tickets. Use the discount code EasyBuckets for $20 off your first purchase.
Carmelo Anthony is a great scorer in the NBA and is considered a superstar. But what comes with superstar stardom and fame? Attitude and pride, which is sadly what Carmelo Anthony has a lot of. When he got sent to OKC and had an interview with the reporter asked if Melo would be willing to take a bench role, and he clearly said that no, he's not a bench player and is a starting kind of player. Of course, with Anthony's experience, his superstar stardom, he's obviously going to say that and not going to want to come off the bench. But guys, with NBA fame, all other NBA GMs are going to see what you say and realize that your attitude is a pretty cocky one. The most important thing about building a championship contending team is making sure the locker room is great and you don't want to fill that locker room with cocky players, or in other words, prideful players. Carmelo is a good example of thinking he is too good for his actual playing style and skill. Carmelo Anthony right now is 35 years old and needs to realize that he's no longer a starting role player, in other words, a superstar. We've seen this in great superstars in the league where they take a step back and play a separate role from what they usually did. We've seen this in Vince Carter, who was a superstar shooting guard in the league and now is a role player off the bench as a role mentor. Melo needs to find his role in the NBA, and that role can't be a starting superstar. If Melo can get that off his shoulders and off his brain, then I think his future in the NBA could be a lot better. And an NBA team would want him. We've even seen it in the past that Melo has had a lot of fights with his previous head coaches. We've seen this with Mike D'Antoni on the New York Knicks, and even on the Denver Nuggets, his head coach Jeff Bjelic didn't even like Melo and got fired because of Melo. With all of these reports, it looks like Melo is just not the best presence to have on an NBA team. But sometimes we gotta put ourselves in Carmelo Anthony's shoes. At his age of 35, the same age as LeBron James in the same draft class, LeBron right now is known as the greatest player in the world, and Carmelo Anthony is always getting comparisons to him. It is a sad truth that if you compare LeBron James' career to Carmelo Anthony, a lot of negativity will be put towards Carmelo. And this comparison will always haunt him because being compared to one of the greatest players to play the game, you're gonna get a lot of criticism, which is what Carmelo Anthony is getting right now. Don't get me wrong, guys, Carmelo Anthony was a great superstar in the NBA a few years ago in 2017, I would say. But as of right now, Carmelo Anthony needs to realize he can't be that player anymore. Because the NBA game has changed to a three-point shooting game, sometimes adjusting your playing style is not the best thing to do in the NBA, especially at your age of 35. Last year playing with the Rockets, he actually had 12 attempts a game of shots, and 6.4 of them were three-point shots. Out of those 6.4 shots taken a game, he made 33.3% of it. But nowadays in the NBA teams want three-point shooters that shoot more than 40% or best 45% plus. The thing about Melo is that he's changing his playing style of becoming a jab-step mid-range shooter to now a three-point shooter, and now NBA teams don't really know what they're going to get out of him on the offensive side. But lastly, guys, I want to talk about Carmelo Anthony's defense. Yes, Carmelo Anthony is a defensive liability, which is what NBA teams are looking at right now. We've seen it in the league that championship teams need players to come off the bench and play great defense. We've seen NBA champions Toronto Raptors have Serge Ibaka come off the bench and be a vital point in the defensive system. We've seen this with the Golden State Warriors' Andre Iguodala. His role is to come off the bench and be a great playmaker and leader on the defensive side. The point is, if Melo can shift his game instead of being a three-point shooter to a defensive shooter that still played his same playing style, it would 100% raise his efficiency and his percentage to be on an NBA team. We've seen so many plays where Melo gets lazy on the defensive side, which is what NBA GMs don't want and what NBA coaches don't want. Defense is everything in the NBA, laziness is not. So if Melo is not showing his defensive intuition and initiative, the NBA teams don't want him and won't waste their time and gamble on him. Guaranteed, if you sign Carmelo Anthony to a contract, he'll give you 10 points a game, but you also don't know what he'll give you defensively, which is why NBA teams don't know if they should take a risk on Melo or not. But it is sad to say that Melo is a defensive liability, but guys, it's the truth, live with it. The truth is, if Melo can change that, potentially become a better defender, he doesn't need to be the best defender in the league, just a better defender, he'll have better chances to be on an NBA team, no doubt. There are so many rumors out there about Melo potentially joining LeBron James in LA Lakers, potentially rejoining the New York Knicks, potentially joining other teams like the Clippers. But regardless, right now, Melo Anthony seems to not have any market in the NBA and teams actually don't want him. So if you guys made it all the way to the end of this video, you guys know the reason why Melo is not wanted in the NBA. And there are many reasons. So just to summarize, his defense, his attitude, and also his efficiency. Melo needs to work on all those things to potentially be a great NBA player once again, but also Melo needs to be able to create a new role for himself and, in other words, create a new identity. But I'll be completely honest, after watching that interview, I see a little more maturity coming out of Carmelo Anthony, and I think he will sign with the NBA team this year. Potentially the Lakers, I don't know. But regardless of everything I just said, I still believe Melo does deserve to be in the NBA. And when he gets this opportunity and gets a team to sign him, I think he'll prove everybody wrong and show the new Carmelo Anthony 2.0. But yeah, guys, that wraps up my video on why the NBA does not want to sign Carmelo Anthony and why he's not on an NBA team. If Carmelo Anthony gets signed to an NBA team, which team do you guys think it is? What do you guys think is the best fit for Carmelo Anthony? Is Carmelo washed up? Answer all of these questions down below, guys. But one more time, I just want to say that I think Melo still deserves to be in the NBA. If you loved the video and agree to my opinion, be sure to smash that thumbs up button, guys. But what's most important and the best thing about the basketball community is you guys have an opinion as well. So put your opinions down in the comment section down below, what you guys think. Once again, if you're new to the channel and love basketball, be sure to hit that subscribe button to not miss any of my upcoming videos just like this. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you guys next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!
Hey, look at that boy, huh? Cooking up joints like run at the school, like you already know, never got help, so did it myself, doing so well, I bet you can't tell that I've been running like this my dance.